Hello, everyone. I am so excited for this episode of Plug Into Devin. I have with us today Susi Feltch Malohifo'ou. And
Yay! Good
Susi,
job.
I apologize for having to work so hard. You and I have been friends for a long time, and it's horrible that I still struggle with pronouncing your name correctly. So please forgive me. But
No worries.
Susi, everybody, Susi is the executive director and co-founder of the Pacific Island Knowledge to Action Resources, or PICTAR. Susi, welcome to the show. We're thrilled to have you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Well, we're grateful to you for being on. What do you want to talk about today?
I think what we've got coming up in August is the 8th annual Utah Pacific Island Heritage Month. And, with everything that's gone on with COVID, and we just didn't think we were going to be able to do anything, and we didn't really know what to do. I'm so really, really happy that the committee has figured out and stretched of how we can now not do the kickoff, which we originally, that pulls in about 5,000 people, how we were going to still keep Utah Pacific Island Heritage Month in its annual space. We wanted to do something, and it's turned out to be really, really, I think, innovative idea. We're going to do virtual and drive-through. And our committee has stretched. We've had some time to think about it. And so we're still going to give out the backpacks with school supplies. This year, we give about between 200 and 400 backpacks out a year at the kickoff normally. And this year we're going to do 100 at back to school night at Pacific Heritage Academy in Rose Park. And then in August, we'll pick 3 of the weeks tied in with our youth entrepreneurs. And we have our cute little youth entrepreneurs from Harriman to West Jordan to Rose Park that are going to be selling their products that they're making. And so instead of being in one tent at the kickoff, we're just going to spread it out throughout the valley, and they'll take a different week, and we're going to support our youth entrepreneurs, give out the backpacks. They are all very excited. So look forward to getting the calendar out with all of those dates. The other thing that we're doing is allowing people to do workshops, to do pop-up workshops via Zoom. And so how-to videos on how to make Polynesian food and how to make a lei from different countries. So we've tried to take everything that we've done in person at the kickoff and spread it out throughout the month. Many of our businesses in our marketplace are going to be providing special celebratory sales online and maybe in person for these drive-through. I think an exciting thing is that our arts group, Ba'au, is going to have a drive-through art exhibit. And we're looking, and we haven't quite figured this out, but I think we're going to have some concerts where you can sit in your car in a parking lot, and you'll be able to watch performances throughout the valley. So we're working with the Redwood Drive-In Theater, that everybody would be able to pull into the drive-in theater and watch one group with their performance. We're looking at Pacific Heritage Academy in their parking lot, that we would do another performance. So we're just trying to modify, and I'm really excited to see how creative and innovative we're becoming, right? Between technology and just, one of our arts directors said, what if we got a flatbed truck and put performances, and we just drove around neighborhoods? I was like, okay, that's a really interesting thought. And so,
Yeah.
I'm just really excited that,
out of the great.
The theme that we have picked this year is Revive, Strive, Thrive.
Oh, that's great. That's a great theme. Susi, one of the interesting things about Pacific Island culture is how many different Pacific Island cultures there are. As I've worked with you a little bit on this committee, it's been amazing to learn a little bit about, tell people a little bit about the diversity of Pacific Island culture.
Thank you for even asking, because a lot of people don't know. And why we started Utah Pacific Island Heritage Month. Utah has the highest per capita Pacific Islanders that live in the state. And in that are 3 races. right? We have Polynesians, which everyone is really aware of, Samoans, Tongans, Native Hawaiians. And then we have Micronesians, which is the fastest growing community here in Utah. And that would be Pohnpeians, Marshallese, Yap, Krishai, Chuk. Like, these are probably countries and areas that people have no idea where that even is in the globe, right? But all of those communities are here in Utah.
Wow.
The Micronesian women's group that is a spur off of our women's empowerment group just told me that they found groups of Micronesians from state within the borders, from all the way up north, all the way to southern Utah. And then you have the Melanesians. And Melanesians are Fijians, Vanuatuans, Solomon Islands. Here in Utah, I would say that the Fijians would be the group or community that we have here. So in each one of those areas, Melanesian, Micronesian, and Polynesian, there at least minimum of 40 languages spoken, right? And 40 different structures within how our cultures, a lot of people say because Samoans and Tongans are very common here, that we're a lot alike, and that's probably not true.
Yeah.
And so our culture is very different. And that was the one thing I saw when I came here, was that if we wanted people to recognize who we were, and I would go to meeting after meeting and people would say things to me like, you really don't even know the difference between a Maori and a Tongan and a Tahitian and a Native Hawaiian just in the Polynesians. I was like, wait a minute, something's missing here in our state. When there's so many Pacific Island communities here, we need to do our part to educate the community. We cannot expect others to go out and do the research. They want to learn, but people are, like, I felt like we had to meet people where they are and educate them about our amazing cultures that most people have no idea. We have different foods, we have different traditions, but it seemed that Pacific Islanders and Polynesians were very just brushed. They're all one, right? So I'm glad that you've seen that in the working on the committee, that we're very robust and very different from each other.
Remarkably so, remarkably so. Well, Susi, thank you so much for taking the time to be with us today. Before you go, would you take a minute and tell people how they can learn more about the event and the Heritage event in August, and how they can find more and learn more about PICTAR?
So you can go to our website. Our website is www.pik2ar.org, and you can directly go to our website page for Pacific Island Heritage Month. The URL is upih.com. And I'll just give you my email address if anyone would like to reach out directly to me. It's Susi, Susi, at pik2ar.org.
Fantastic. Susi, thank you so much for being with us today, and we wish you every success in your efforts to celebrate Pacific Island heritage.
Thank you very much for the opportunity, Devin.
All righty. Let's be bold together.
I'm Devin Thorpe. For the last 8 years, I've been working full-time to eradicate extreme poverty, improve global health, and fight climate change. I've concluded that the best way for me to continue my work is to run for Congress to represent the people of Utah's 3rd District. In Utah, we have common shared values. Those things unite us. I believe passionately in our ability to come together, and I believe that working together, we can solve Utah's problems. I'm Devin Thorpe. I'm a Democrat. I'm running to represent the people of Utah's 3rd District.
I'm Devin Thorpe, a candidate for Congress, and I approve this message.